Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That sounds really weird. This is our in-between series of EDH for fun, where we're going to play some slightly more fun games, and hopefully just not have to worry about points and stuff. It's just playing the game. So I'm joined today by Nathan.
Hi.
Tom.
Hello.
And Rob.
Hello.
And yeah, as you can see, we've changed the layout a bit. We've changed up our playmats for today because I won the season. Aha! It was close until the end, but with Tom's Galia deck, people just couldn't keep up with the aggro, and it was great.
Second to win.
So I won the season with 32 whole points. And once we finish season 2, we'll see if that's a good score or not. It feels good. I don't know. Tom came in second with 27. Rob came in third with 25, and Nathan brought up the rear with 22. But it was the first season. We were all just getting warmed up, so to speak. I'm sure that will change for season 2. So how have you guys been? Did you enjoy your couple weeks off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been nice having a bit of a break, but I've been brewing paper decks instead. I've been brewing Shrine Tribal from M21, and that sort of thing. So it's going to be good to get back to a game.
I've taken a complete Magic break and have been playing a mixture of video games and Blood Bowl.
Nice.
Yeah, I have also been playing Blood Bowl. It's not gone too well for me. I currently have a 9-player team.
Oh dear.
How many players are you meant to have in a team?
11.
Oh dear.
Dear. Yeah, and it's only going to get worse from here because I'm playing the 3 bashiest teams in the league next. Just in a row.
I think by the end of the third one, you're not going to have a team. You'll just have one very pained and crippled person at the end, just twitching. Ow.
Yep.
Yeah, you did choose a difficult team to play though. So
I did. I'm playing the Kislev Bouncy Boys, and they're weak and they can't hit people, but they all just jump over your team and run away, which is funny until they fall over.
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's tricky.
When your trick is that one thing, and in Blood Bowl, if you fail a roll, that shit your turn's over, and you only get one reroll a turn.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So even though it's 2+, eventually you're gonna fail it.
And by eventually, you mean the first roll of the game, and then the third roll of the game, and then the...
Yeah, because that's the other thing about Blood Bowl. The dice hate you, no matter what. They always hate you.
Well, normally I'm pretty lucky. I get good with dice, but this league has just ruined me. I guess it's that time of the year where all my luck is like recharging, so I've just got terrible luck until it's back.
This bodes well for this evening. Well, it bodes well for 3 of us.
Yes. So as people can see, we are playing Archenemy. I have my little deck, and I am playing Nicol Bolas Dragon God. Nah. And against me, I have 3 members of the Gatewatch. So for today, we decided that we were going to give everyone their oath for free. So we've got Nathan's playing Ajani, Tour of Heroes, with his oath. We've got, I don't know. You guys talk.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm playing Ajani, Mentor of Heroes. Chose Mentor of Heroes because his -8 is you gain 100 life, which I think would be very useful. But also the sort of theme going with this sort of Ajani deck is to get those 1/1 counters around, which is what Oath of Ajani is going to allow you to do. And I'm also teaming it up with Kahira and using her ability to give all her cats, because it's a cat tribal deck as well.
Yeah, so it's
Vigilant and +1/+1.
replaying your the hero deck, just with a slightly different theme and commander. It's cool.
Yeah.
So,
Seems solid. Big kitty.
and then one of you go.
I decided to go with Kaya, the Ghost Assassin. Ortsov is one of my favourite guilds, so I decided to give her a try. I'm using the original Kaya, so the bouncy Kaya, because it's just better than the one we got in the most recent Ravnica set. The other one is in here. I've tried to do lots of life and death triggers. I've got a nice stack of tokens that I can dispense onto the board. Hopefully have plenty of things stick around and generally make Phil's life a little bit irritating and annoying. Like even her oath, when it enters the battlefield, it lightning bolts something, but I gain 3 life from that, and it makes my walkers irritating to attack because it costs him 2 life to attack them. So yeah. I'm not running many walkers. I am running Liliana Dreadhorde General for the fluff, because she, in the story, obviously she turns on Bolas, so I am running her from that point of view.
I am also running Liliana Dreadhorde General because she's my general.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, Tom, and you've got Chandra.
I have Chandra. I'm just we're doing the fire thing. I'm running mostly every Chandra. There are a few Chandras that were too bad to run, but a lot of them are good.
Hey, you leave my girl alone.
But
There are some bad Chandras.
there
There
are
are
some
There are
bad.
some
There's not
very
many.
bad
I mean, I
Chandras.
think there's only like 2 that I didn't run.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of things that like Chandra, so it should be a mostly Chandra tribal, to be honest. Defiant is still probably the best. Like one.
Yeah, it saw a lot. It saw a lot of play as well in the formats of competitiveness.
Yeah. And the oath is
So-
actually quite good, to be fair. It's a bolt when you play it, and then every turn, if I play a planeswalker, it bolts all my opponents, which luckily is
No,
just
it shocks
Oh,
your
shock.
opponents.
Still good.
I mean, that's still pretty good, playing a card and getting a free shock. Yes, and I have ended up with Nicol, Bolas, Dragon God. I did toy with some of the others, but in the end, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to play the most recent one because that's him at his best. And because obviously he doesn't have an oath, and to keep with like the fairness of it all, I've picked Slave of Bolas to be my sort of signature spell. Just because I thought like Cruel Ultimatum or something in the command zone for free, like would be a bit not fun. I can still draw it. It's definitely in the deck because it is his spell. But this Slave of Bolas feels a bit nicer. So my scheme deck is 20 different schemes. I know you're allowed up to 2 of each, but I just decided I want to see more of them, so I've just gone for 20 different ones. I'm not using the most broken one, which is just don't do a scheme this turn. Next turn you get 3, because that's kind of terrifying. And I've tried to keep them all within the theme. So my deck, I think I've worked it so there's no cards that reference like a Gatewatch unless it's Bolas like killing them or something. So all the cards have got Bolas in the artwork or flavor text, apart from like the random generic ones like Counterspell or whatever, just filling out the deck. But all the actual like flavor and meat is there. And then I'm playing a load of his minions and some amassing and that sort of thing. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't played not Planechase, Archenemy,
I don't know.
it's 1 versus 3. The 3 members of the Gatewatch all take their turns at the same time and
Share
they
information as well.
Yeah, share information but not resources.
Indeed.
They can they all attack me. They can block for each other, which is cool. And yeah, to make it fair for 1 against 3, I start with twice as much life, and I get the schemes which do generally powerful things if they turn up at the right time.
So with the scheme deck, at the beginning of every upkeep, Phil will reveal the top card and enact its effect. It could be destroy all non-land permanents target opponent controls, or put a creature from his hand onto the battlefield. So
I don't think I'm running that one because that's not fair.
There are plenty of very powerful effects in the scheme deck. On the face of
Yeah.
it, this looks mismatched. It's not. I've played a lot of Archenemy games, and typically I'm the Archenemy, and
Yeah.
it works out being a lot more balanced than it sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully we're all just going to have fun and it's going to be enjoyable anyway. I don't mind losing. I wanted to play the cartoon villain, but winning is always nice, so... yeah, and I think that's explained the rules and things. So if you guys are ready to play, let's get started. Right, and we are back, and is my right as the Emperor of Dragonkind, I get to take the first turn. But before we do, I have a pre-game effect. Wow!
Oh god.
Nice.
The
Nice.
anticipation for this grows.
Okay, so...
Good old ley line of anticipation.
Oh, and the first scheme... My first scheme is every hope shall vanish. When you set the scheme in motion.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Ho-ho! Nice. So everyone gets to reveal their hands. Sick.
well, cool.
Guess we get to see what's in hands. Yay. Oh,
So what did
jeez.
Tom have? Okay, yeah. Nifty.
I see your Teferi's protection, Nathan.
I don't think that's going to be hanging around for much longer.
Ah, some good hits.
That doesn't fit the Ajani theme.
Teferi's friend.
Yeah, Teferi's his mate.
Yeah.
He's just doing a Gandalf and just sort of turning up that one time to save the day.
Shining his bright light.
I'm gonna get rid of Ethereal Absolution, Temur Battle Rage, and Teferi's Protection.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds alright.
Rats.
I don't like having my stuff shrunk.
But I do.
Oh, discarded.
They are discarded. Yes.
Okay, it's not
That,
excellent.
that was a good start. Yeah. One thing I do is this. Do I still get to draw a card because it's
Yes.
multiplayer? Okay.
Mhm.
Because I know in Two-Headed Giant you don't, but I didn't know if it was different for this one.
That's the way I've always played it.
Yeah, I'd just go with that.
Does
Right, I'm going to start with a Reflecting Pool that currently does nothing.
Cool.
And pass the turn to you, my children.
Fair. Oh, well, that's the way you do it. I'm gonna play.
That card doesn't work here. Well, it comes
Oh,
very
nice.
tapped.
Into playing our beacon from Tom, very nice. I've put an Orts of Guildgate onto the field, which I may or may not have top decked.
I'm playing Unclaimed Territory, naming cats.
Very nice.
I'm gonna follow mine up with a cheeky soaring.
Oh,
Oh, look at that for a top deck. I would
spicy,
have taken that. I would have taken that in a heartbeat.
Ah,
spicy first turn plays.
cool. So I'm going to tap this.
Play
To
your 1/1.
play
Yeah.
my cat.
Here he is.
Trained Caracal.
Hey, first cat of the game.
Oh,
First of many, probably.
Probably.
Hopefully it won't be too much of a catastrophe for you.
Oh, see if Nathan had said it, it'd have been fine. All right, are you guys all done then?
Indeed,
Yeah.
I've passed.
I'm done. There's nothing more I want to do this turn.
Excellent. Upkeep. I know all. I see all.
Oh god.
Untap all permanents I control during each opponent's untap. At the beginning of each end step, if 3 or more cards were put into my graveyard from this turn from anywhere, abandon the scheme. Okay, so this is an ongoing one. So before I flip the next one, I'll move it to the middle somewhere.
Yep.
It's cool. It's like a free thingy.
Wilderness.
Wilderness
Something.
Reclamation.
That's the one.
Well, no, it's permanents. It's a free Seedborn Muse,
Oh god.
which is it's strong. I mean, it doesn't do a lot because I kept a really bad hand, but I am passing.
You're not meant
Give
to
it your
tell us
best
you kept.
shot.
You're not meant to tell us you kept a bad hand there, oh great Nicol Bolas.
Or maybe
It's
kept
fine.
doing it.
Taking us
It's
on,
fine.
That's what he's
I'll-
doing.
I toy with my food.
What if I don't want to get eaten? Right.
You shouldn't have brought the cat deck.
Yeah.
I didn't. I brought the Horts of Banking deck. I play a Mind Stone, get a bit of ramp out.
I'm playing beautiful, bountiful promenade, and I realise I only have one.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Comes into play cat.
Yeah.
It's a nice skill game. Well,
Amazing.
I'm gonna play Mountain.
Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to mention for everyone at home, the oaths and stuff, we were only playing once we've got our commander out. Because it's our commander turns up and then they do their spell. They do their oath, or I mind control them.
So I'm gonna attempt to turn that mountain into 2 red with the interplanar beacon. For 2 red and 2 more. I'm gonna attempt my first
Wow.
Chandra.
Turn 2 Chandra.
Hell.
I'm gonna disdainful stroke that one. Not today, youngling.
Yeah, fourth as well.
A turn 2
Youngling?
Chandra.
Does this
I
mean we're
turned-
amateur Jedi?
Yeah, I don't think I could deal with the turn 2 Chandra.
Well,
That
are we
seems
happy to go
real
into combat?
strong.
Oh well.
People, are we ready to go into combat?
Indeed we are.
Yep, or you.
Cool. I'm going to attack.
Cool. I'm gonna declare no blocks.
You take one, I gain one.
So
At least you got that in.
that in.
Cool. No more things I want to do this turn.
I'm
yeah,
out of
that was
mana.
my attempt.
Cool. Jeez, that was scary. Untap. Upkeep. Joe. Oh, to the side because I didn't have 3 permanents.
Is there a way of getting rid of this?
Yes, when
if,
it's
if
losing.
3 or more cards go into my graveyard from anywhere.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
okay,
the
yeah.
only way. They exist in the
Ah.
command zone, so we
Power
can't
without
interact.
equal. I have power without equal. When you set the scheme into motion, draw 3 cards. And I don't have the secondary effect.
I am very happy you do not have the secondary effect on this one. 3 non-land cards for free. No thanks.
Yeah, and this is
Oh,
one
no.
of the ones from the Nicol Bolas Archenemy
Indeed.
specifically. Okay, I'm gonna play a land.
So I'm assuming that once you've used all of these, you shuffle it up and start again.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
If
So
we
we
get
got-
that far.
We essentially have
Yeah.
17 turns to try and kill him.
Alright, I am gonna tap 3 for as foretold.
Ooh.
Very thematic, I like it.
At the beginning of your upkeep, I put a counter on it. Once per turn, I may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell you cast with convert mana cost X or less, where X is the number of time counts on it. So I can currently cast a 0 mana card for free.
Good
Next
job.
turn, it'll be a 1 mana card for free, and so on and so forth.
You can play them at instant speed because
Interesting.
you've got lane line of anticipation.
Exactly.
Oh
Yes.
dear. This is not good.
I just realized I gained life playing a planeswalker. Sorry.
Yes.
Yep.
That's when you
Forget
cast.
At least got that.
Cool. I am done.
Excellent.
Roll.
Right.
Zoop.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, that's probably a good card to use, but I don't want to use it right now. I'm going to play a Plains, and then tap my Mind Stone, and play Kaya, Ghost Assassin.
Okay. The
So,
Assassin of Ghosts is here.
she's nifty. Her 0 ability bounces her, her -1 drains life, and her -2 discard. I have my opponent discard a card, and I draw a card.
It's true.
Ooh.
So,
I'm going to cast Tormenting Voice.
I'm tracking.
I was going to say, you could have let him do his Planeswalker first.
Nah, he's fine. Draw 2.
in the meantime, Phil, you can discard a card. And I will draw.
I'm nowhere near this. I'm going to discard Rise of the Dark Realms.
I am
one
happy to see that go.
One of my minions' powers.
Oh, I love how
Yeah,
you're
okay,
really leaning into this.
I'm gonna get a forest.
Oh, good, ramp.
Farseek.
You can't get a forest with Farseek.
That's the only thing you can't get.
You could get Temple Garden.
You can
'cause
get
that's a
you can
plains.
get a temple garden, but you can't get a forest.
Yeah.
I'll play mountain.
How interesting.
Play Chandra's Pyroling, the little lizard, which has text, which is fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Seems good. Seems strong. I like
It
it.
doesn't say forest. I just assumed that it said forest because it listed all the others.
Yeah,
But why would it list them all? Otherwise, it would just say search for a land or basic land.
specifically.
No, maybe they were feeling funky that day when they were writing the card text.
That would explain a lot of the decisions WotC make if they were just having an off afternoon.
I think Farseek is you're in the forest and you're looking out at the other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So you don't need a forest because you already got one. Alright.
Alright. Are we ready to move into combat?
Yeah, I think it's still just Nathan carrying us.
Yeah. Again,
Oh no, I
Get
still
their
can't
beats.
block.
We can get there, guys. 78 more turns.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
I have nothing else I want to do this time.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Okay. I will untap. Up. I will use this dice as foretold. And surrender your thoughts to me, children. When I set the scheme in motion, target opponent. Rob.
Oh no.
You get to choose self or others. If you choose self, you discard 4 cards. If you choose others, your Tom and Nathan discard 2 cards.
Oh, sugar.
I can live with that, to be fair. So I don't mind if you want to make it us. Depends what Nathan's got.
Nathan?
See,
Do you want to see my hand?
Yeah. So in a tabletop game, this becomes...
I will move away from my laptop if it makes it easier for you.
It's fine. I
No,
can
Hand
group
my
and
hand
then
to him.
search them.
Hold on.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I would like to keep my hand, but I can understand if you're thinking might be easier and fairer.
Or Rob will
Yeah.
go down to 1 card if this happens to him.
Yeah.
I'll go down to
So
2.
Half.
Yeah, so I kept a lot of these effects in because I really like the politics.
Yeah,
of, like,
it's
Yeah.
fine.
you pick, screw your friends, or
Okay.
It's not going to affect me at all, if that helps at this.
I've got my deck list up. I'm just reviewing other information. So obviously I've got a way to restock my hands with Kaya at the moment.
yeah.
And drain.
Do remember, we don't have any like time limits and stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
Like we're not on long searches or long plays. We're just having a chilled out game where Nicol Bolas is doing cartoonishly villain things.
Yeah.
There's not as much recursion as I wanted to put in here in hindsight. I think it didn't quite make the cut. So if let me consider. Right, so the choice has been made. As you can see, the board state has changed. These are the 4 cards. I'm going to choose Self and discard my Reassembling Skeleton because I literally lose nothing for discarding it. Finale of Glory, Tainted Field, and Pious Evangel. A little bit sad to see the Pious Evangel go, but I do have some recursion in here, so I'm hoping I can
It's a good card.
get it back out later on and flip it over. Right, so... yeah, that's me resolving that effect.
Okay, now I'll draw. Aha! Scalding Tarn. Which I will go for. I want red black.
No, you don't.
Search.
You want green-white mana.
That would be illegal.
Exactly, therefore your deck would be void.
Alright, and then shuffle up. Okay. Then I will tap 4, I can count. And I will play Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. I summon my past self.
Cool.
When it enters the
That's
battlefield, each
annoying.
opponent discards a card. I didn't even think about that when I was doing it. It just happens to be a 4-mana card. I mean, I have more cards I can play,
Pontiff of Blight gets discarded.
but he's also a 4/4 flying, which means I can defend my.
Oh, right. Sorry, don't my cat.
Sorry, I have summoned my past self to fight against the future. We're doing some real Terminator shit here.
Yeah.
When it enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. And for 7 mana, I can flip him. And if you wanted to see the flip side, you can flip it over.
The flip side is ghastly. I would not recommend flipping it over because it is horrendous.
I mean, I remember one of the things says draw 2 cards.
Yeah, just remember that bit. Yeah.
What does this? Sorry, what do we need to do? When
You need to
Each
discard a
opponent
card.
So
well,
this
that's
is the flip
frustrating.
one. Yeah, he flips into +2, draw 2 cards. -3, deal 10 damage to not a player. -4, reanimate a creature or planeswalker. -12, exile all but the bottom card from target player's library.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to have to worry about doing that.
Oh, okay. Ooh, White Sun Zenith.
Yeah.
Well,
I was a bit reluctant to get rid of that, but I think of all the cards in my hand, that's the one that's going to take the longest to get out. So.
I would agree.
I'm glad your planeswalker has word draw on it, Rob.
So am I, believe me.
Yeah, jeez.
okay, well, that is my turn. I don't have haste or anything, so
Oh, good.
I pass it
turn.
to you.
Cool.
Draw.
That was a mean turn to you, Rob. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was expecting to play Nicol Bolas. I wasn't expecting to hit the scheme.
That's fine. That is actually one of the cards I wanted to go and try and get from my deck that I've just drawn off the top. Please discard a card, Phil. I've resolved
Ooh.
Kaya's quote-unquote ultimate. She was one of the first planeswalkers they ever did where they didn't have like a clear ultimate ability, because she next turn will just bounce herself and come back on 5 loyalty.
I liked her. I traded her away, which I'm kind of sad about because I kind of liked her as a planeswalker.
That's actually a really tricky decision. I don't know what to discard.
So Concealed Courtyard is going to come into play tapped.
Wait. I'm still trying to discard.
Apologies.
Big discard moments.
My hand is actually quite good.
It
just
feels
not
bad, doesn't
yet.
it, when you discard cards?
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
having to discard something from your hand, it's just a bad feeling, isn't it, Phil?
If you say
5
so.
cards.
I think I'm going to discard Soul Manipulation, which is
As-
a Nicol Bolas card saying birth and death are both reversible.
As someone who has a soul, I approve of the fact that's being discarded.
That is that. Okay, that has resolved. Now we can carry on.
Excellent.
Cool. So I've got Path to Exile.
Oh, wonderful.
Straight in.
I will search for a land though. I need a swamp.
Right, I'm going to attempt to cast Chandra again.
Your Chandra, I suppose, will resolve.
Yay!
I'm casting Ajani's Welcome.
Ah, nice.
That's welcome.
How welcome of him.
Play Bronze-Hide Lion, which is going to allow me to gain a life.
Oh yes, I gained like my planeswalker as well. Now what do I need to do to get this pirating figure.
Oh, because of this.
I'm just reviewing my hand at the moment because I want to resolve a spell that is going to be an interesting thing to happen, and will leave me in a precarious position, is how I'm going to phrase it.
I'm gonna +1 Chandra then whilst you're thinking.
For which mode?
I think I'm gonna do the drawy effect. So I exile the top card of my library, so it doesn't get revealed. It just gets. Oh, I guess it gets exiled, doesn't it?
Exiled,
Yeah,
yeah, it'll be face up.
yeah.
Oh, cool. It's a mountain, so I'm not gonna cast that. Because I already cast land. So it's gonna do 2 damage to each of my opponents.
Yep.
And that conveniently triggers my Pyroling. So my Pyroling gets +1 and double strike.
That's quite nice.
That seems fine.
Yeah, it does seem fine. I like it. I dig it.
You won't when it's coming for your scaly neck.
It's only 4.
Cool. Are we ready to go into combat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can go into combat. I'll just untap these lands. I'll resolve my effect after combat.
I will be swinging. Finally joined in.
Looks like 5 damage coming my way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he took it.
I did take it. I have no creatures because Nathan Path to Exiled it.
I'm going to tap 2 mana for Demonic Tutor,
Cool.
because that is
Too
one
strong.
of the cards I kept.
Yeah.
I'm
I've gone into 6.
I'm gonna be a little bit mad, and I'm actually gonna search for a Soul Ring.
Bold.
I mean, you don't have to reveal it, but okay.
I'm immediately playing the Soul Ring.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Yeah, my next turn requires a little bit of mana investment, so yeah. I'm going to be able to do something I've wanted to do for a very long time, though.
Oh.
So I'm quite excited, looking forward to my next turn. Right.
Okay, note it.
Yeah, why did I say that?
Your plans are noted, young Kaya. I thought you were on my team.
No, she never. Actually, I'm forgetting the fluff. I think she actually was.
She was sent there to kill the Obsidat.
She
right?
did succeed in that.
By Bolas.
Yeah.
Bonus, you think it is?
Right. That is the end of my actions. Tom, Nathan, do you have any more?
No.
I have nothing else to do.
Excellent. We
Cool.
pass the turn to you, oh dragon god.
Untap. Upkeep. As foretold becomes 2. My time is near. And then the dead shall serve. When you set this scheme in motion, for each opponent, put up to 1 target creature card from that player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. And they attack their owner each combat if able.
Oh,
that came in a really convenient order.
Luckily, only Rob has creatures.
That's true. So luckily, Rob's going to get attacked every turn.
Yay.
It's got to be.
The flip card is just that.
Huh. I've not seen that before.
Well, I think I'm going to pick the Pontiff of Blight.
I was about to say the choice is fairly obvious there.
So I have a 2/7 with Extort and gives all my other things Extort, and that's going to attack you every turn, Rob.
Yay. It does not come in with haste, however, so it is not attacking
it's
this
true.
turn.
That is
One
true.
delay at least.
Okay. I draw.
I knew I should have put Homeward Path in this deck so I could get back everything that
Okay.
belongs to me.
Oh, okay. Clever, yeah.
I play my land for the turn. I have a swamp, so it doesn't enter on tap. I mean, this seems like a good play.
Nah,
just play
that's
my-
not.
Could play my commander. Oh, but that feels even meaner to Rob. Because you said you're really excited for your next turn. I don't want to just exile the card from you.
I really wouldn't want.
Actually, it does say a permanent you control as well.
Hello,
But that's still a little mean. Do you know what? I'll play my commander now. This turn, I will play my castle.
Amazing.
Oh,
And next turn, I will come out of my castle. That seems like fun. Okay.
oh, this is not going to be fun.
I've still got 68 life to play with. It's fine.
No, it's more of the fact that if he comes out the gate next turn, I can't do what I want in... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I will play round this. It's fine. I'm a
We'll be
magic
fine.
player. This is what I
Okay.
do.
I don't have haste, so I guess I have to pass.
Solid blocker as well.
Okay.
It is a 2/7 blocker.
Just this turn. Next turn it is not a solid blocker at all.
No, it will be actually until you get rid of the I know all I see all, because
Yes.
God.
which is a really weird interaction that I did not expect.
Did you not scheme for that?
Well, I didn't plan to take this Pontiff of Blight. However, he will serve my nefarious deeds.
Right. First things first, I'm going to bounce Kaya Ghost Assassin. So she is going to come back at the beginning of my next upkeep. So I'm going to put her down here.
That's really weird. I like it.
I lose 2 life as part of the effect.
Yep.
So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sun Titan.
Regna the Redeemer.
Ooh.
A 4/4 flyer partners with Krav the Unredeemed, which I'll resolve that trigger in a moment. At the beginning of each end step, if my team gained life this turn, I create 2 1/1 white warrior creature tokens.
I'm thinking. If your team gained...
That's really cool.
Jeez, that is incredibly strong.
Gets better when Krav the Unredeemed is out, which
Whatever,
I will
you
be
can have it.
searching for.
You can have it.
I am now going to search for Krav the Unredeemed from my deck, because of course I'm running both.
This pathetic angel is not part of my plans.
Just for reference, this is what Krav does. He is a sack outlet for the stuff
good.
that Regna makes.
Yep. Yep. They're a gross pair.
They're wonderful. I love them.
So I'm paying 3 to get my companion to my house.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to plus Chandra to do the exile thing again, see if we can hit something.
Yep. There's
Oh,
another
wow.
mountain.
Okay.
Pew!
That hurts.
Yeah, well, that's 2 damage at least to your
Yep.
face.
I'm down to 66.
Alright, I'll tap Soul Ring for Ruby Medallion.
Chandra, don't you remember Amonkhet? That didn't end well for you.
So, what do we have to swing? Alright. I think I am going to cast my Oath.
Okay.
Stick it down somewhere.
Just like
That was a very
waving it all
decisive
around.
set of movements there, Tom, for where that was going to go.
Somewhere. So it's going to enter and it's going to deal 3 damage to the Pontiff.
not my Pontiff. It's a key part of my plan.
Actually, it won't matter. I am then going to swing. Nathan, I will promise you that swinging will not work out bad for you. So you should swing in as well.
Yeah, I remember you
Right.
have the thing.
With both?
Yeah. Let's get some beats on him.
Alright.
Okay.
So one's
I
a
remember.
3/3, the other's a 1/1.
Your
Mine is
cards-
a 2/3 with double strike.
I'm gonna block this one.
Okay.
Because I believe the card that you had gave it +2/+2, so it doesn't actually kill. Unless you've drawn another one, I guess.
Yeah. I assume you're fine with this, Nathan, or does that 1/1 special to you?
I mean, it was a little bit special. You said it was safe for me to attack.
I mean, I could gain you like some more life if you want.
I would very much like us to gain life this
It
turn.
You're already
positive.
gaining life.
We're
You're already
going
gonna
to
gain
gain
it.
life.
Minimum. So
We're going to gain life anyway.
it's doing
Are
everything.
you going to kill the Pomp?
I would have if he blocked any other way. Probably not.
See, I knew. My genius knows no bounds.
We are getting
Okay,
like
well, at
7
least
damage.
you're going to get this angel, right? Warrior tokens.
Yeah, warrior tokens,
Yeah.
which the
We're
card I
getting a
have
lot
in my
out of
hand
this,
next
so-
turn can sacrifice.
So as blocks are happening, I'm taking 7.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to gain 1. Oh, my trainer Caracol's going to die. And we've gained life, so you get to trigger that.
At the end of
I'm
turn.
going to
That's
play
at the end of turn.
Forge of
Each
Heroes.
end step.
That's true.
So if we can somehow gain life at instant speed.
Or Nathan blocks.
Yeah.
Choose target commander. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I noticed that could work on any of ours. To be fair, so I can bring
Yeah.
in your guys' commanders.
That is really cool.
and
That is really cool.
Which
That's
card is this,
irrelevant.
sorry?
My
Forge of
hero.
Heroes.
Oh.
The land. That's a nice land.
Oh.
I've seen that one before.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Ah.
I have no more effects barring an end turn trigger. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm not doing anything.
Cool. End of turn. I get 2 1 white warriors.
Cool. End of your turn. I'm also going to walk out of my citadel. Bum 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 bum. With 4.
Oh, of course you can flash it.
I can.
Yeah, you can flash in everything.
Gross.
Probably get him arrested if he does flash everything.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know. I am the law now, so okay. And then I will untap, and I have a creature. Upkeep. This goes up to 3, and no, not but fire. When you set the scheme in motion, it deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of cards in their hand.
Well, thank God for all that discarding.
I was about to say, suddenly the discarding has worked out rather favourably.
Yeah, see, this is one that would work really well right at the start.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I draw. Nice.
Oh, turn 1 going down to 33. That would be
Yeah.
mean.
Uh-huh. Huh, that's funny. Right. Oh, yeah, let's see what's on the top of my library. Bleh. I like that one. I'm going to move into combat.
Okay.
That must swing at me,
Rob, I'm attacking you.
declaring no blocks.
Okay.
Actually,
Yes!
no, hang on. Regna is going to block it because she's a 4/4 and that's a 2/7.
Oh, yeah, smart.
No damage.
Cool. Do I want one of Chandra? No, I'm gonna just +1 Nicol Bolas himself. I draw a card. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent they control.
My warrior is sad.
My warrior, no!
Though
Another
somehow
mountain.
I've managed to clone my entire stack of... Yeah, I've
Oh,
cloned
that's a really funny card.
the entire stack. Wonderful.
Okay.
Oh, bloody hell. This is really hard because I won all of my cards.
Sorry, Nathan.
All of my cards do something, but I think the Ajani's Welcome does the least.
Yeah, that's not the worst shout.
Once I've got Krav out, gaining life is irrelevant because I can do it at instant speed.
Alright. Well, your minds are about to explode.
Oh, God.
Mind's dilation. This is a very Nicol Bolasy card, even though it's not from his set.
Oh,
When an opponent casts their first spell each turn, they exile the top card of their library. If it's a non-land card, I may cast it without paying its mana cost.
Oh, goody.
well, butter nuggets.
But it's only your first spell every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Is it our turn now?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Kaya returns to the battlefield with 5 counters on her.
It's true.
Do let me know if you reckon you want another one, because I could probably give you another one. Actually, no. Oh no, it's only because it only works on commanders, so it'll only work on her or Ajani. But
Or Chandra, if I manage to kill Chandra.
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to give me an extra loyalty counter.
I think I can afford to do everything I want to do. There's no rush. It's
Hey guys,
Well, there might be.
which one of these enchantments or artifacts is the most problematic?
The mind installation.
yeah.
It pains me because it's
multiple spells, but
it's the
It's
big
so
flashy
good.
one that I really want to see
Um,
happen, but I just don't want to see it now.
yeah.
But mortals.
I'm casting this.
Oh, nice.
As I cast it, you get to look at this.
Is it
Exile.
look at? You exile it, yeah.
I
I can't play. I can't play that. So
Nice. It's exiled though.
it's
Yeah,
exiled forever. Yeah.
and then this is going to destroy.
Well,
Well,
this is not going to resolve, I'm afraid.
Oh.
You see,
Oh,
your Kasali slingers have actually deserted. They were my minions all along.
Cats can't be trusted, apparently. You just offered it dreamies, didn't you? That's why it turned.
First the insult, then the injury. If counter target spell, if an artifact or creature spell is countered this way, it comes
they're
onto the
yours now.
battlefield under my control. Yoop. And then I get to destroy an artifact or enchantment.
Oh, good.
Yay.
This doesn't seem... I don't particularly want to destroy your ramp, anyone, so I'm going to destroy the Oath of Chandra.
Sure.
Like, destroying the ramp feels mean.
No, I can live with that. I was actually getting the resolution out of that, but that's fine. Right, well, post that spell resolving, I will...
Krav the Unredeemed.
Oh, there's Crawl.
Give me the top card of your deck, Kaya.
Ortsov Signet.
Yeah, I'll take it. That's boring, but I'll take it.
white mana now.
Yeah, that's true.
If you needed it.
Oh, that makes a different play I had, actually. Really funny.
Please discard the last card in your hand, Phil.
I don't want to.
Tough.
You know what? I can live without it.
Oh! I am glad that's gone away.
No. I'm going to play 5 for Big Chandra.
Okay, and now I get the top card of your library.
Yeah. Dizzy Mountain. That'd be something good.
Where was
So many mountains.
Where's it gone?
Uh,
Chandra's
there.
Incinerator.
Yeah.
A trample 6/6? Yes, please.
Oh, dear.
I'm also going to extort.
So we all lose one, you gain that
3.
much.
Yeah. Because I forgot about it, otherwise I'd have probably extorted the kitty cat. Okay, then now your spell can resolve.
Yeah, there's Chandra. I'm tempted to shoot Bolas, unless you guys have any spare suggestions. The incinerator is going to be a problem. It actually hasn't done many direct damage spells. Maybe it's not going to be a problem. It's just going to be a 6/6 trample. I can blow up Bolas.
Yeah. That is probably worth it.
Though you've got Regna to punch it down to 1. But it still gets
no, I
+1.
don't. Kasali Slingers have reach.
Oh, okay.
3/5 with reach!
This is probably best if I...
Oh,
As painful as it is, we want to try and keep him away from the destroy stuff. Keep him having card advantage, because right now his hand's empty.
it's true.
So we should shoot Bolas.
Yeah.
Oh, actually no, because if we put Bolas down to 1,
If we
that's better than him dying, because if he dies, he comes back and then gets to do his ability.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't mind that, actually. I give Chandra slightly more loyalty counters as well.
Yeah, this as foretold is not going to do anything until I can find one of my bigger draw spells.
Okay,
that's fine.
I think
I've got
4 life.
No, I've got a 2/7, 3/5.
I think
and a
it's so
6/6.
tough. Damn it. I suppose like a combo kill. Screw it. Yeah. So Chandra's just gonna do 4 damage to the Bolas with her X ability.
Oh, with her X ability. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You'll regret this, child.
Fire!
Literally fire.
I guess
It's fine. I'm going to try not to use Nicol Bolas's own abilities as much as possible. Because there's a fun one that I now have access to.
yeah, I'm exiled top Karma Library with the other Chandra. See if we can get something interesting.
Tybalt, your opponents can't gain life. Huh.
Oh, I can actually cast that because it costs 1 less.
Do it.
Yes, do it.
Cool.
I knew I was holding that mana back for a reason. Cool.
In response, I'm going to tap this for black-white.
How much we got?
I'm going to cast Verdalcan Orrery off with Bolas' Citadel, so I lose 4. And I'm extorting, so I gain 3 and you all lose 1.
In response, I'm going to pay 1 black mana and sacrifice the warrior token. So, using Krav the Unredeemed. So I'm going to draw... Oh, actually, no. Who needs cards more between the two of you?
I'm fine.
I was going to say, Tybalt doesn't affect you either.
No, but I'm about to lose a life. Well, actually, I know I won't gain that life, but it's fine. Nathan, do you want to draw a card?
Nathan?
Oh, are you doing this? You don't have to change your life total?
Okay, resumed. So, would you like to draw a card and gain a life, Nathan?
I would love to.
Please do so. The effect from Krav allows that to happen. And I get a counter onto Krav.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then the extort trigger resolves.
Indeed.
So you all lose 1 and I gain, which I've done.
Yeah.
Each opponent loses. I don't want to blow up my Citadel. Okay. And then
Oh wait,
Tybalt
hang on,
resolves,
one
I guess.
second. All right, sorry, I already lost the one from when you did that.
Okay.
Yeah, Ivory.
And then
ticked
then
my
Tybalt resolves, so I guess I can't gain life anymore.
Yay! No more
I didn't realise we were still resolving Tybalt.
Yeah.
Well, I did the extort in response because I can't gain life
That
now.
makes sense.
Then I decided to do the sacrifice thing because it needs to be done before the end step, so Regner sees the life gain.
But you didn't gain it. Oh,
No,
if anyone
the
gains
team
it.
did.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, love it. I will just do Tybalt's thing and make a little devil.
Excellent.
Put him to 3.
Indeed.
Combat is annoyingly not an option.
No.
So I guess that's a pass.
Beginning of our end step, I gain 2 warriors from Regner's triggered ability.
Nice.
I untap. I upkeep, as foretold, becomes 4.
Good for as
And-
foretold.
And realms befitting my majesty. Look around you. All you behold is mine to rule. It's the natural way.
I guess it's the least damaging of the things you could have got.
It really is.
What, giving me more lands? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Red.
That is also, funnily enough, I feel bad for the team on the first turn.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because ram. And then I shuffle this, which you'll be happy to know. Like, there was a really gross card on top of my library.
Good.
Alright. Upkeep, and now I draw.
Indeed.
Oh.
Oh no.
Cool. I'm going to +2 Nicol Bolas. And I'm going to take Chandra Awakened Infernos +2. Each opponent gets an emblem with. At the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you.
No.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Has anyone got that emblem?
Tom
I
will.
do.
You thought this was fire. I'll show you fire.
Stop hitting myself. No. Ricocheting fireballs.
I'm so glad I have loads of life gain in this deck.
I had life gain, but I don't anymore.
Tybalt is actually being useful for something for the first time ever.
Okay. I am moving into combat. Pontiff of Blight is attacking Rob.
Cool. Regner is going to get him.
Kasali Slingers is attacking Nathan. Chandra's Incinerator is attacking Tybalt.
How much
Krav.
damage can you do to Pontiff?
Take 3?
I can kill Pontiff outright. Yeah, Krav and Regner will be the happy married couple that they are, and double block the Pontiff, murdering it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Couples who
Are
slay
you-
together,
are you-
stay together.
Nathan's
No
declaring
box
no
over here.
box. And Tom is...
I can't save Tybalt, so Tybalt can just die.
Yay! I can gain life again!
And your effect to be able to gain life is gone.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. Cool. Ha ha ha.
Do we have any way to instant speed gain life right now that doesn't need a black mana?
No.
No.
Cool, that's fine.
I've done this effect. What's on top of my library? I haven't played a land yet this turn. This costs me 0 life. That's a good card.
That's scary.
Is it worth 7 mana, though?
We
That's
should...
a 7 mana card.
I mean... yeah, it's worth doing. Here we go.
What is it?
Nicol
I bring
Bolas
back
Bob
myself
Fellow.
from Amonkhet.
Oh, not the Amonkhet one.
3, 6, 7. This starts
Brilliant.
on 7. 7 is a lot.
Yep.
Start on 7.
One of these things just horrendous.
Does anyone have a card that reads "Destroy all Nicol Bolas planeswalkers"?
I dearly wish.
Cannot be played for the rest of the game.
I mean, Rob's got a flyer that kind of reads "Destroy target planes."
Yeah, but he's got priority to activate abilities to kill my flyer.
I don't think I'm going to kill the flyer. I think Crab's scarier. Yeah, I'm going to deal 7 damage to Crab.
Rats.
Because as soon as that gets big enough, I can't really do anything about it.
I was hoping to be able to sacrifice more than one thing, to be honest. Okay.
You, Angel, you're allowed, but him.
No,
No
Right.
demon for you. I have to pay 7 life for that, actually, as well. 5. Instead of tapping the mana, because that was off the top of my library. Which I forgot about, and that's dangerous. I've done you. I can Slave of Bolas, but that doesn't really do a lot of them. I'm done.
Okay.
Cool. We all lose life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take the fire.
Right.
Right.
Draw a
I'm gonna
card.
play this. I gain a life.
Ooh, what are you playing?
Bottom of Sands.
Oh. Okay. A land. Gotcha.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So remember that, Rob. That we have gained life this time.
Excellent.
Nice.
Can I play this?
1, 2, 3. Orts of Locket.
Nice.
Um,
I think I'd have preferred that rather than the Signet.
then
It says draw 2 cards.
Kaya. Oh, you're going to get our first spell as well, aren't you?
Oh yeah, so I get one now because you're casting Oars of Locket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sugar.
Hang on. Let that resolve before
Zulaport
I do it.
Cutthroat.
Oh, cool. I have a Cutthroat. Nice.
You can gain life again now.
Only when stuff I control dies. But true, I can gain life again.
Cool. I'm gonna play Ajani, a Mentor Heroes.
Aha.
Phil,
I don't get a Reliquary Tower. Yep. What's up?
discard the card in your hand. I'm going to draw a card.
In response, I'm gonna flash in Disciple of Bolas for free because As Foretold is on 4. And I'm going to sacrifice this Incinerator.
Nice.
So I draw 6 and gain 6 life.
Cool.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5,
Then Cutthroat trigger.
6. Yeah, and you will lose 1, I gain 1, and then I'll discard as 1. Nice.
Oh, did we remember to take our burn damage from Chandra Awakened Inferno?
I did. That was the first thing I did.
Yeah.
I did not, so I shall take it.
I'm going to +1 Ajani.
Nice.
So put 3 1/1 counters on my front side.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Is it just all... Ugh.
Yeah. It's
I
divided.
had to read it twice to make sure I could do that, and I think I can. If I read the sentence
can.
correctly.
You can. You could only put 1 on it if you wanted.
Mm.
I'm
It's a
going.
very specifically worded card, but yeah. I now have a 6/6.
I'm going to pay 2 mana for D-Spark.
Ooh, you're...
I'm going
Oh!
to rip apart Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh.
You sure don't want to take out the mind dilution or dilation?
The
we can
God,
punch-
I suppose. Yeah.
I can get us through on killing
Okay.
one planeswalker.
I will rip apart the Mind's Dilation.
It's exiled, right?
Yep.
Sweet. That means I
Okay,
still
now I
get to
feel
attack.
free to do stuff.
I'm then going to tap 3 mana for Athreos, God of Passage.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I'm gonna exile.
Wait. I'm gonna see what's on top of my library. Actually, that does probably help if I do it in response. Yeah, I think in response. I am reborn! I'm getting way too frivolous with my life.
Yeah.
No, you're not. It's fine.
Hey, I'm getting value. Okay, so I'm going to cast the Eldest Reborn. Shoop.
No!
I'm sorry, so I don't have to pay life to Athros.
Ajani can live with it.
I'm going to sacrifice a token.
I'm going to sacrifice my devil, and when it dies, I'm going to ping the cutthroat.
Oh, nifty.
Spicy. I do like that you're pinging all everyone else's things or exiling my things, so I still get to untap everything every turn. It's nice of you.
Tricky to get.
I've discarded
one
one card.
card.
One card has gone to my graveyard this turn.
Good.
Right. I'm gonna do Chandra's thing to exile top card of my library. See if we hit anything good. Well,
Lightning bolt.
can't say wrong to a bolt. Can I just do it at any point, or does it have to be?
I think you have to cast it now.
If you
Okay.
bolt the Disciple of Bolas... Well, actually, no. Bolt the Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, and then -1 Chandra Awakened Inferno to get rid of Disciple of Bolas, and then his Noel Seal scheme goes away. Because 3 things will have gone to his graveyard this turn.
That'll be really useful.
How am I meant to do the extra damage?
-1ing Chandra Awakened Inferno on the -X.
Oh, burst is only on 1. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it's only 1 Toughness Disciple.
Okay. I guess I'll bolt
That one.
God Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Can you bolt planeswalkers? Is that how?
In response.
Well, you can, but Bolt says any target.
In response, I give myself some Lazotep plating. To give me and my previous past life some hexproofs.
It's actually all permanents you control.
Yeah. I know, I read it after my installation went. I could have done it then.
It's even more annoying. That cost me back.
Okay.
So you're lucky I didn't read.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, that was really nice.
Thank you, Nathan.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about this Vimto Jubilee I just ate.
I mean, it is the second card that's gone to my graveyard, though.
We can still kill one of the planeswalkers this turn, Rob, if you want.
Is it going to
I think we
cost me
should.
Regna?
I need to kill 2 things really for it to be worth it.
Yeah, what if one permanent goes into my graveyard, the scheme will go away.
Oh, yeah. If you guys swing with your 2 big things, I can do some.
I'm not swinging with anything.
Well, we need him to block. Oh, actually, I'll just do. Oh, okay, let's do this safe play. Let's not do anything risky. I will play
pathetic humans.
3 mana for another Chandra. Again, alive. It's one of the older ones, I think.
It is.
She's
This doesn't
just
say
gonna
up to.
do one of her old little, her first plus. She's going to just ping the Disciple Bola. Oh no, everything's got
You
hex.
can't target my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go to combat to do this, guys.
I don't want to attack with Ragnar.
He's not going to block.
Yeah, he just
I
won't
mean,
block.
I've got a 3/5 that can block because it doesn't go to my graveyard.
Yeah, there's no point.
No.
He's going to block with this, and then we're just going to be tapped out, and then he's going to have an easier time on his turn.
And I want to keep my creature engine going.
That's
Yeah.
it. Fight, little humans.
I mean, so what's the other ability I can do? I can copy. I've still got. Oh, I'll probably switch to the puzzle. So I can make it so I can copy the next instant sorcery I cast. So yeah, Rob, you can kill one of the planeswalkers with your flyer because I can buff it.
You can give it trample.
Yeah.
All right, move to combat.
Let me just do that first. I was.
All right, if it's a sorcery speed, not move to combat because it
No,
was.
no, no.
unanimous.
I'm doing Chandra's ability, so the next instant sorcery I cast gets copied.
Okay. Move to combat, and Regna the Redeemer is going to be declared as an attacker at Nicol Bolas, the God Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna block with these Kasali Stingers.
I'm going to pay 1 for barge in.
It's there.
Target
+2/+2
attacking
on trample.
creature. It's going to get +2/+2, and each attacking non-human gets trample.
Technically, it's +4/+4 though, because it gets copied.
Yeah, it gets copied. And there's no other targets.
So she's up 8/8.
Oh, yeah, it gets copied. How did I forget about that so quickly?
I don't know. It just happens. Unless you've got a way to remove Ragnar.
Don't tempt him.
Sort of do. Whatever. No, the game needs to move on. Whatever. This dies and goes to yours.
That
Very nice.
goes.
We'll move on. It's more fun this way.
And this goes.
Oh, I finally got a skin on.
This disappears immediately. Yeah.
I'm happy to move to end step.
I've got 1 more Chandra to activate.
Cool.
Her plus is the only thing I can do at this point, so I'm with +2. And now
So
everyone gets.
I get this emblem. That's right. I got one. I already copied it.
Cool. Emblems for everyone. Isn't that nice?
And that can go here, right next to my life counter, so I remember.
Then end step, right?
Yeah. Cause
All right.
Ajani
I'm gonna pay 2 life and cast this Demir Signet.
Cool.
I'm gonna-
I definitely
Mostly because I don't want to draw it.
I'm going to get 2 warriors.
Nice.
Ooh, actually, that seems strong.
Well, the first thing is the scheme anyway. Oh yeah.
No, I'm still an end step because Flash. I'm going to bring one of my minions out.
Yeah, seems gross.
So gross.
Minion!
Tezzeret does not like being a minion.
Well, unfortunately for him. Do I want to do... No, I'm running out of life. Lost 30 already. Untap. Upkeep. I have upkeep. This thing.
I think scheme happens before upkeep. Yeah.
Spells, because...
Because I have willed it. Spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. At the beginning of your opponent's end step, if they cast 4 or more spells this turn, abandon the scene. So this one is combined between all of you.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
Yeah.
this is another one that's nice really early on, where you can't cast multiple spells per turn, but spells cost 1 less. Nice.
I can cast 2 in my turn.
Draw.
I'm top decking.
This goes up.
Sugar.
Each opponent discards a card.
Okay, I can't cast 2.
Well, you're going to draw a card.
Yeah, that might be a land, though. I'm going to discard Cruel Celebrant.
True. Ooh.
Where's your raid go? Oh, it's done.
Now I get to cast a 5. That's exciting. And I take one.
no,
I take
it's
1
not.
life from the emblem.
Yeah, I did type. Well, I think that gives my Pyroling double strike now.
Yeah, non-combat damage was dealt.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Slightly better blocker.
That's true. with my 2/1 and my 1/1.
Yeah.
Right. Let's have a look at the top card of my library. It's not a land, so I'll sit in my luxury suite.
We need to kill this.
Yeah.
What's the final bit do?
I get a creature or
Yeah.
planeswalker from a graveyard onto the battlefield.
You'll notice he didn't put his main Nicol Bolas. Oh no, his main Nicol Bolas is here. That's why
Yeah.
he didn't do it.
Could just get the
But
Pharaoh
he's got
back.
another Nicol Bolas.
It's onto. Oh, it's just from any graveyard. Huh.
Yeah. I'm looking at you guys because red doesn't do enchantment destruction.
Uh-huh.
I've got some
Noted.
enchantment destruction, but it's not here.
Tom, look at the card that I've just put in your hand.
Boo!
Whoa.
Huh. I honestly don't know.
I'll show it to Rob as well. Here you go, Rob.
Ooh. Ah, lovely.
I'm gonna make you decide. You see, my genius knows no. Oh, I don't have to pay any mana for this because it's as foretold. It was foretold. My acquisition is genius. I'm gonna get Mind's Dilation back from Exile.
Oh, gross.
I could have searched for another card, but I didn't want to. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
There you go, Nathan. You can use that whatever that spell is on this one instead. Oh, it costs less. Nice.
You're getting very into the evil laughs.
Might be worth getting rid of that one more. But...
Yeah.
Okay, you can't make me discard. You've got a 6/6. Ooh. Well, that doesn't help me at all. I don't want to do the same thing again. Alright, I'm going to +2 Tezzeret, because I can do that now. That's. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts, so I gain 4 life, and deal 4 damage to each opponent.
Gross.
Yeah.
So many decisions. I want the Ajani out. Why do you have to sacrifice it?
Maybe if you played a nicer game, O great and bountiful dragon god.
I'm just going to do Tezzeret's ability again.
Oh,
Oh,
from Bolas.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. If we don't do something about that imminently, we're gonna die.
And then I'm going to cast Commence the End Game.
Okay, Thanos.
5. I draw 2, then amass 3. If that's okay with everyone.
No, but we don't have much choice. None of us are playing blue.
So this spell can't be countered.
Yeah.
This spell can't be countered, yeah.
True, but there are effects that return spells to your hand and that sort of thing.
That's true.
There's that.
True, true.
Now I have a 4/4. I can't actually attack into you though. I'm gonna have to hope my draining deals with you. And I'll pass.
Cute.
Take 1 life.
Yeah.
Wrong button.
I almost started untapping, but I don't get that anymore.
No,
Okay,
you
what's
don't.
that at least? Uh, we do.
Play an isolated chapel.
Ooh. 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 I've been quite lucky with the past couple of schemes.
Liliana Dreadhorde General.
Betrayal!
Betrayal in.
Oh, hang on. Let because she's got his
Yeah.
mind thing. Resolve that first.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Stop.
toss!
Yeah,
Nice.
then we go do a thing.
I will cast Crypt Dust.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. If someone could murder that,
Cool.
I'd be very grateful.
Wait. I might respond to Liliana there.
Oh, okay.
Nah, whatever. I will
Cool.
deal with my general later.
I'm playing Kahera. You get to look at I exile the top. It's a
Vigilance 3/4. Okay, yeah, I'll cast it.
yeah. There's literally no reason not to, really.
Yeah. My minions.
Then I'm going to play Kasadi Pride Mage.
Ah.
Why did you do that second?
Because I might have got, I don't know, a kill spell off the top of his library or something.
That's actually mildly sensible, to be fair.
So you got a Raksha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you gonna take out the dilation? Oh, there's a lot of choices, to be honest.
I was gonna say if you'd talked, it would have been better to do that, and then I wouldn't have got the Cryptcast.
Yeah.
Not that I'm complaining.
What are you gonna do, Nathan?
Yeah, I'm going to sacrifice Kasadi and get rid of the mind thingy.
A wise idea, I think.
Yep.
I can play things. I think I'm still gonna do the exile, to be honest. I have no draw beyond that.
I'm gonna get a zombie.
Chandra's
How big is this?
Pyrohelix. Oh, I'll take out the Quick Blast at least.
Yeah, kill the Cryptghast. Kill the Cryptghast.
That costs 1 because of the reduction, so I'll pay 1 to just do 2 damage to the Quick Blast. Okay.
What's happening?
I exile Chandra's Pyrohelix, so casting that.
Okay. On the Cryptcast, where'd it go?
Into my graveyard.
Okay.
I would like to move to combat.
I'll help you clear the board up a bit before that.
I want
gonna-
stuff to die.
Well, I'm going to +1 Chandra the Firebrand to deal 1 damage to Disciple of Bolas.
Sure.
Are we in declare attackers?
Yeah.
Wait
Oh.
for Tom to do all of this playing.
Yeah, that's fine.
First. It's better for him to use his planeswalker abilities before we go into combat, I think.
I don't think I'm going to do... I think the other ones... I'm just going to do it now to get it, so I don't forget. I'm just going to +2 Chandra Awakened to give you another emblem.
Okay.
Then yeah, sure. You go to combat. I'm not going to be swinging.
Everything's swinging.
Lion is attacking. It has vigilance and +1/+1, so it's currently a 7/7.
Did you
Nice.
want to swing at Tezzeret, Nathan?
That's exactly what I want to swing at.
Excellent.
I knew I wanted to do that.
I'm going to swing with all of mine at Nicol Bolas Dragon God.
Ah! No!
You killed my angel's husband, god fucking damn it.
Wait, there are a couple.
All of them at Nicholas Dragon. Bleh. Okay, I think it's time. As foretold, the bronze-hide lion was my slave all along.
Sure.
And then I guess I'll block your 3/1/1s because I don't have any reach.
That is perfect. They die, and I draw 3 cards. And you have 3 triggers from Athreos, God of Passage, which are a little bit superfluous, really.
I will allow them to return to your hand. It's okay.
Yay.
There's 3 cards there, which is good.
Yeah,
You do.
the 3 cards is what I was here for.
Phil,
Yep.
when you sacrifice this,
Yep.
and it dies,
I return it to my thing. I think
yeah.
Yeah.
because
okay.
the I get the when it dies trigger.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't have green yet. I have white. I don't have green yet.
I'm going to play Phyrexian Arena.
Nice.
Nice.
And then at the end of my turn, I'm going to...
Well, let Rob's still
sorry.
playing things.
Well, at the end of my main phase even, sorry.
Could play
Chandra Spitfire.
Ooh. Very nice. I like the art on that one. Then I'm going to -1 Chandra, which I'm aware kills her. Kaya, yes, that's the one. So you're going to lose 2 life, and I'm going to gain 2 life.
Nice.
But we gained life.
So you gained things back.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
gained
neat.
tokens.
I dig it.
Which I believe is... are we ready to move to end step?
Yeah.
Okay. In the end step, the bronze-hide lion dies, and I will return it under my zombie army.
We're managing. Right. Just slowly.
Yeah. Okay. So
would Bronze-hide Lion not get returned under its owner's control?
Doesn't
no, because I control it. So when it dies, I return it to the battlefield. Not Nathan. Okay. If it says return it to battlefield under its owner's control, then it would go to Nathan's. But
okay, fair enough.
I believe the dice trigger is mine because it's going to mine. So I have untapped. Upkeep, I take 2. And this goes up to 6. And then I reveal the next scheme. Oh. When you set this scheme in motion, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Oh, maybe I'll hit one of my own deck's creatures.
I haven't played many.
2.
He's been playing all of ours.
I mean, I do have like 10 creatures in the deck, and most of them are fairly scary. All right, let's see. What do I do? I reveal. You look at and then put a creature.
Why would you reveal your secrets to us?
Ah, there's only one creature there, and it's a goodie. Come forth. Come forth, my god.
Oh, no. Oh.
I mean, I made this one, so... Okay. So that's my upkeep. And then I'll draw. Nice. Insects.
Seems fine. Your Saga triggers on your upkeep as well.
Main phase. It's before I do anything in my main phase. So this goes to 3.
It's off your doorstep.
I don't want to pick my own. Boring. Spark. I have so many decisions.
There are quite a lot of options around on the table.
I think I'm gonna just take Cryptcast
Oh, rats.
because it was on top. I don't have to look. Right.
Left, left, left.
Whoa.
So, I think we need to kill the Cryptcast again.
Oh,
too
I
many
forgot what I was
things
going
that
to
we
do.
could
I shouldn't have picked Cryptcast. Oh well.
Oh no, we've disrupted your plans using table talk. Mahahaha!
Power.
No, that doesn't help. Any artifacts? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna +2 Tezzeret because that comes first.
How
So
many?
everyone loses 4. I still got the same amount of artifacts.
Oh, sugar. I'm not looking healthy, guys.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm gonna make a zombie with Dragon God.
Yep. I'm just glad you don't have the static abilities.
That would be terrifying.
God, that would be terrifying.
I'm surprised they didn't put it on Dragon God just to make it the most ridiculous thing ever.
They probably
'Cause-
talked about it.
Yeah.
Alright, for free, I'm gonna play the Scarab God.
Amazing.
My other god was foretold!
Oh dear.
And then, because this happened so perfectly,
Please tell me it's Scorpion God.
here's the
Oh my
Scorpion
god!
Amazing.
In one turn, my trio of gods that I built in the plane of Amonkhet arrive.
Okay, no, that is legit.
I just thought-
amazing.
I just thought there's a reason why the Gatewatch
Yeah.
Was what?
was more than 3 planeswalkers.
Yes. Turns out Nicol Bolas is good. He is like a 12,000-year-old dragon or something, so it makes sense. I can probably do some attacking. Let's
Nah.
think.
Best to play safe, right?
This doesn't have
Always.
haste. This doesn't have haste. This doesn't have haste. Oh, my swamp's tapped for... I could have been extorting all those cards! But I do tap 1 less mana. Because... I've just entirely forgotten my game plan, you know. That also doesn't have haste.
Did too many things. Just got overwhelmed.
Yeah, I know. Alright, I'm going to start doing damage to people. Nathan, I'm going to attack you with your Raksha and this insect.
No blocks.
And the only other thing I can attack with is going to go at... Oh, that's on 6. That's on 9. Well, that's terrifying. The Chandra Taunch of Defiance.
Cool.
Not
How
the zombie
much am
army.
I losing?
You'll be taking 4. It's for each of you, actually.
If you're swinging the 4/4 at me, yeah, the army, yeah. I will block
the army. Yeah.
with my Pyroling, which is I think a 3/3 at the moment because you've taken 2 damage.
It's it was 2 instances of damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a 3/3 with double strike.
Yeah.
So they will trade.
Yep.
Actually, I forgot we can block for each other. I'm
Ooh.
gonna put my 2... Well, one... Yeah, both of my tokens are going to get in the way of Raksha Golden Cub.
Nice.
Why both?
Because then I get to draw 2 cards.
Oh, right, fair.
So,
If you put one more... Oh, no, because it was die anyway. It's fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you gain 3 life back, Nathan.
Died. This is also exile. I can do things. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can probably save my army. I want to save my army. I'm gonna put a -1/-1 counter on the piling. Oh, I have to do it twice.
Yeah.
I put
I just drew Nathan.
two -1/-1 counters on the piling.
Nah.
Sure, that'll do it.
I'm saving my army.
Oof, nice. Actually, that's extremely relevant. Nice.
And then
I'm currently writing our ode about how we're.
I get to draw a card because that thing died.
God, that's gonna be amazing.
What do you get to draw
So
a card
far.
from? The thing died.
The Chandra pilings died because it had a -1/-1 counter
Ah, right. Okie doke.
from the Scorpion God.
So here's my ode so far. Ajani and Chandra, Kaya fought hard to defeat the dragon god Nicol Bolas. That's as much as I got so far.
Did I already put a counter on As Foretold? Was I on 6 or 5?
I think you've already put a counter on.
You put it onto 6.
Yeah.
Then I am done.
Okay.
We'll lose life.
Yeah.
Lose a life.
Ooh.
I lose a life and draw a card from Phyrexian Arena. I'm playing this so close to the chest. It's painful. I'm going to do something that's going to help you so much, Phil.
Help me.
Yeah, because you've got my blimmin' Cryptghast.
Oh, is that an Urborg?
That is
Nice.
indeed a fucking Urborg.
See, I didn't put it in because Urborg has nothing to do with Nicol Bolas.
I can.
I mean,
do...
Yorgmoth even. Oh,
So-
my lands are swamps. This is amazing. Oh yeah, because I got double black from them. I need to remember this.
I'm going to tap 2
Uh-huh.
and play Blood Artist.
Nice.
Okay.
Do we want me to do the card that I showed you guys first before anything else, so we can see what happens?
Oh, was it you showing? I thought that was Nathan's. Okay,
No, that was
yeah.
me.
Yeah. I'd definitely say try that first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Elspeth, Sun's Champion. The Gatewatch is reinforced.
No.
Yeah. Would have assumed.
I'm assuming some sort of counter magic at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna counter Squall. Boop.
Rats.
And you lose 2 life. Unfortunately, that messes up my plans.
That was kind of the point.
Puny Gatewatch.
That's definitely why I said do that first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And then you go, haha! And now I board wipe.
exile top card of my library, see what we get.
Okay.
I make another zombie token with Liliana Dreadhorde General.
I'll take 2 more.
If it's you may cast that card, you can't play
You
land.
can't cast
can
You
lands.
can't.
No.
Oh,
If it said you could play it off the top,
you? Yeah.
but it doesn't.
Okay, fine.
Oh, maybe I'll do that.
Is there any way our team can gain life this turn?
I haven't got anything. Oh, she's not.
potential-
I can gain us a life right now. I'll pay 3 for another Chandra. But not a Pyromancer. I gain a life because of my land.
Oh, if I hit the thing off the top, you're going to be so sad, Tom.
I'm already sad. It's fine.
Can I gain life this?
Yeah, Rob, you know the thing.
I don't know the thing. I'm a little sad.
It's one of the schemes.
Oh no.
I'm playing this cat.
Ooh,
What's a good
Miri's
cat?
good. Yeah.
And I'm not going to be doing anything else though.
I'm trying to think whether it's. I can shoot down all of his flyers if Rob wants to try and get in and kill some, or smack something, or smack his face. I don't know.
You can kill the Locust God.
Yeah,
Temporarily.
yeah. At least it forces him to spend time casting it next time.
Yeah,
true.
I think that is probably a wise choice. So yes, if you could, that would be awesome.
Okay, I'll -4 Chandra Awakened Inferno. Still 4 damage to the Locust
The
God.
Locust God. In response. Liliana's coming was foretold.
Ah, fair enough.
Now I get to draw cards too. 6. Then I think I'm going to do the other thing off the top of my library as well. Because I can. Here's my God Eternal Bontu.
Interesting.
Are you going to sacrifice any number of other permanents and draw that many cards?
I am. 3. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice these. So Demir Signet goes back.
No, it doesn't.
Well, that one's mine.
Does.
And this is gone. And then I draw 3 cards and make 3 insects. Copy, paste, paste, and then this dies.
Cool.
So, is it a trigger now or is it a trigger when it dies? Yeah, so the trigger's now. When it dies, return it to my hand at the beginning of the next end step. Pew, pew, pew.
And you'll draw a card because one of your creatures died. This.
Yeah.
I'm
I draw
no
2
longer
more
gonna-
cards because of the Dreadhorde General. Because I lost 1 insect and then I lost the insect.
Yes.
The scout.
I'm gonna -2 the Novice Pyromancer to deal 2 damage to the Crit Ghast.
That's
That
fair.
beautiful movement. I'm no
Right.
longer going to be attacking.
I'll draw a card again.
Also, sorry, I have an Athreos trigger.
Yep.
Cryptghast entered the battlefield. It's a creature I own.
Ooh.
Is it going to go back to my hand, or are you going to pay 3 life?
3. I'll pay the 3 life. Yeah. There's a reason that it keeps dying.
I'm also gonna +1 my Firebrand to do 1 damage, I think, just to your face. He's drawing cards off the insects dying.
Desertion.
Not my zombie army. How do they
All my
desert?
cats keep deserting me.
It's true. It's mostly because I pay in warm milk.
Is that the trick? I think that's all my planeswalkers activated at that point. So
I'm no longer going to swing in, because if I swing in, I'm giving him 3 cards.
yeah,
Which is
if you could trample,
stupid.
it'd be worth it. But
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't at all. I'd deal a point of damage to one of his planeswalkers. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
no, I'm not giving him that. So,
Okay.
we move into our end step.
As you move into your end step, I'm going to play black, red, and activate the Scorpion God and kill the Blood Artist.
Okay, I gonna maintain priority first.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I've got at the beginning.
You get priority. I am passing priority.
Yeah. So at the beginning of each end step, I make 2
Oh
warriors.
no! Like those won't come in yet. This is
right.
as you're going into.
Okay,
Like,
I'll put those
like
down there.
I guess
for now,
trigger on the stack.
Yeah, that was on the stack first, and now you're responding to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
So Blood Artist is going to die. You're going to lose a life, and I'm going to gain a life. Athreos, God of Passage trigger goes on the stack.
Yep. And so does the Scorpion God's trigger.
Yep. And I have a trigger from Liliana, Dreadhorde General.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay the 3.
Blood Artist dies, and
Draw the card. I've got no other effects now.
I draw, and I get 2 warriors.
It's a horrible amount draw.
Do you know what I think makes this deck more gross is Bolas' Citadel. The more I see it, the more I think it just gets out of control.
Yeah, that I have no more end step effects.
And
that's
Locust God comes back to my head. Pew! Untap.
I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do about this one, guys.
Yeah, my army is getting bigger.
Yeah.
Quicker than you can deal with it.
I've got a board wipe, I just need to draw into it. But I'm not exactly looking very
And-
healthy right now. Oh,
all in good time. Okay,
Are we
that's
dead?
convenient. I think I can kill you now, yes.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Blue, blue, blue. 1.
I will do 4 damage.
Cryptic command to tap team and draw a card, I guess.
Oh, it's all your opponents. Jesus.
Yeah.
Cryptic Command was not built to be fair one-on-one, let alone in Archenemy.
They even made it close.
In response to this,
Yep.
I'm
good,
going to cast and launch you.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, it does mean I can only attack Nathan with one thing, so I'm gonna have to find the biggest thing.
Oh, that's true. Actually, I think it's. Oh, it's you
No.
each in combat. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not no more than one creature can attack in combat. That's a different card.
Yeah, I'm just searching. You can carry on doing whatever you want, unless you want to see, because I have to reveal the card, don't I?
I don't think much of a difference.
I don't think it's going to matter.
I mean, I might not survive, but
You might, though, because now you can't be spammed. You might be able
You
to
might be
survive.
our only hope.
So get something really good.
like Duelist Heritage.
Might do it.
I think I'm dead, no matter
Oh,
what.
actually, that seems quite good in a team situation.
Each opponent loses 2 because I sacrificed some, and I gain 2.
So that's not good enough to kill us. That's good enough to get us low enough to probably kill, though.
What's the top of my library? I don't really want that.
How unfortunate.
Can I shuffle my library?
No.
No, I was just looking if there's a way in my hand to shuffle my library.
I was just predicting the answer is going to be no.
Oh, I should have done that first. Blah. Blah. Cool.
I mean, basically, what happened? Oh, guys.
My Locust God's just going to come back as foretold.
Yeah.
Snap will be enabled on it.
Yeah, I disabled it on mine. It's snapping to something else. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to do this because I don't want it on the top of my library. Dredge the Mire. Each opponent chooses a creature card in their graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under my control.
How the hell is this 4 mana?
Yeah, I know, right? Well, you get to choose, so it could be a bad creature.
You're going to get a reassembling skeleton.
Sweet. It's 1 more damage next turn.
Yeah, I mean, the Pyromancer.
And Nathan's giving me the lifelink kitty, and you're giving me the piling. Okay.
That is a crazy spell for 1 mana. 4 mana.
4. Yeah.
4 is nothing.
Yeah.
But it could result in, like, a Llanowar Elf, Fogbank,
Right.
and, like, basically just bad creatures that you don't want.
Here's a Neheb.
Oh.
And I guess it's only good in multiplayer.
I love Afflict.
And here's a God Eternal Kefnet. Oh, I don't know why I was tapping mana for that one. That was off the top.
Yeah, just think, in 1-on-1,
Yeah.
you pay 4 mana to potentially get a landmark route of someone.
Yeah. Like, it gets better in multiplayer, obviously.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's.
Oh,
The cards
that-
aren't always balanced for multiplayer, are they?
No.
No.
That's what's
But
That's
I
what's so
think
good.
that would still be playable at 6 mana.
Alright, I am going to move into combat. What's my biggest creature? Probably this 6/5. So that's going to attack Nathan.
Oh, just as a quick aside, we didn't resolve the Scarab God trigger.
Yeah. I missed it though.
Fair.
I did just see that and I was like, oh well.
Oh, you haven't even to do it.
Scorpion God at Nathan, because it's the biggest. Scarab God at Tom, because you're on more life. The
Fine.
Raksha also at Tom. God Eternal Bontu at
8.
Rob. And these 3 insects at Rob. And this zombie at Tom. I'm going to let you guys do the
10.
maths because I wasn't paying attention. I was just saying words.
Nice
I
even
took
10.
6, but I've taken it already.
I'm on 7.
I'm on 13.
And I'm about to take another turn.
Yeah, that'd probably do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't kill Nathan. This turn.
Nathan will at least get a turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
For all it's worth.
Tap.
And I'm going to draw this card.
Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, for those creatures. Ah.
I think this is game.
Yeah, that's game.
Oh, that's the wrong.
This is not the card that's going to save me, unfortunately.
Because you can't swing at him with anything that'll keep Miri alive for it to still keep you immune. So she'll either be untapped.
Wait, no,
or-
I can kill Nathan this turn as well.
There you
Because I forgot another zombie trigger, but my foretelling gives me Nicol Bolas planeswalker. And I can -2 gain control of Miri.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, that's game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is game. The Archenemy wins.
I think this is the first time I've ever won as Archenemy. Honestly, honest to God, I don't think the 3 I've ever seen lose before.
In most of my
It's a
Archenemy
bonus
games,
bit.
this is the direction I see
Yeah.
Archenemy going.
Yeah,
Hey,
I guess once it gets the ball rolling, like
yeah.
it's I don't know, like it's these enchantments. None of you dealt with them. Like you didn't draw any of your enchantment removal.
Well,
Yeah.
no, Nathan did. You then just gain control of it.
Yeah.
True.
We had enchantment removal. You got rid of
that's true. Yeah,
it.
because being able to flash things in and off the top. Yeah, that was a fun game though.
Yeah, no, I think that's still Archenemy at its best when it's like.
Yeah.
I felt like there was always an edge of us getting in there.
There was like I was losing life very quickly. Like that was a danger.
But basically, what happened there was that Elspeth turned up like the Rohan in the final Lord of the Rings film. It was like that was our moment. It was good.
So were you planning to destroy all the big creatures?
Hugely.
And then
That's why I got the Blood Artist out first.
Oh yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Because that's what I saw. I saw that and I was like, well, I'm gonna lose like 10, 20 life here, and then I have no big creatures to block. And
Before the game, you and I were discussing Archenemy, and I said it comes down to a tipping point, that knife edge moment of where it swings into the Archenemy's favour, and I think that was the moment. Like keeping your board there and keeping your life total above where it was, I think is what gave you the lead to not be on the back foot. Because if you wouldn't have the gods around, you wouldn't have some of your creatures.
That's true. That's true.
And all of that to be able to be punching us this turn, you'd be rebuilding in this time.
That's true, and
So-
you wouldn't be losing all the life. Yeah,
Exactly.
no, I totally get it, because you could have just killed Tezzeret straight away, and
Precisely.
yeah. No, I think I'm going to stop putting Bolas' Citadel in our EDH for fun decks. I think it's too strong for what we're trying to do, because like, honest to God, playing Bolas' Citadel on turn 6, I think won me the game.
Yeah, it was huge amounts of value for you.
Like, sure, I can
fine,
cast things at
like,
instant speed as well, but like I just couldn't not include it for this game because I'm playing Nicol Bolas. It's my castle.
100%. My
I mean,
deck.
I don't think as Bolas Citadel in itself, it was the combination of Nicol Bolas Citadel. Bolas Citadel, you get to play things at instant speed, and
Yeah,
also
but
being able to take
if I just wanted
removal.
the cards, I could have just played a load of a load of spells, and just like left a counter spell on top or
but
something.
you're missing my point though. Like the removal that we had for it, you stole.
That's
It's
true.
not- this card isn't necessarily a problem because it's easy to remove. It's hard to remove when you're stealing our way to get rid of it.
That's true. It's Nicol Bolas at its finest. So this is what would have happened to Ravnica if the Gatewatch was only 3 people.
Yeah, basically.
No, it was good though. It was enjoyable. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see at the end of next season when we decide to do a different Archenemy how it turns out.
Yeah, I have to think what else we could do. I mean, we could do the shake. I mean, there's so many Gatewatch members. Like,
Exactly, but like that's the thing. We don't have to do Gatewatch. We don't have to do.
Exactly.
there was actually some different members of the Gatewatch represented. It was nice.
Yeah, I think it was really good. I think it was actually really fun having Planeswalker commanders as well.
Yeah.
I do enjoy Planeswalker Commanders quite a lot.
Yeah.
So I was initially really happy about that because I really do like Ajani, and I wish I could make all my decks Ajani decks. However, I didn't want to play him because of yours.
Because I could steal your ability.
Yeah.
Second you got above, that would be 100 life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's worth keeping that nuke level effect off the table.
That's true. Like I wasn't even thinking that when I built the deck. Like I was trying to use like different abilities because I could just go right. I'm just gonna +2 using the Chandras every turn, and eventually you'll just die because you can't keep up with the amount of emblems you've got.
I mean, we did get to see 5 emblems this game, so I guess that's.
I'm curious what the next scheme was.
My forces are innumerable.
It would have just given you creatures.
At the beginning of your end step, but at the beginning of your opponent's end step, they may sacrifice 2 creatures.
Oh yeah, I'd have done that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly. What else did we have?
Oh, we had fairly mild. That's something.
We had Dance, Pathetic Marionette. That's I get to steal a creature from the top of one of your decks. Seems strong.
Seems fairly good.
And the rest of the cards are milled that are really revealed as well. Jeez.
Yeah. Everybody resets, but they only draw 4 instead of. My vision is good of everyone, mostly me. Then here we go. This one is brutal, but if you get it like turn 1/2, it does nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we didn't see Behold the Power of My Destruction, because
this one's. I never knew this one existed. Perhaps you've met my cohort. Search your library for a planeswalker and put it onto the battlefield.
No.
Like that's such a Nicol Bolas thing.
It was a promo.
Here's my dude.
And this one's super strong. Just get a free card. Free anything off everyone.
That's from the top card, yeah.
And then
I quite enjoyed Chandra Tribe. It's just it hit the same problem that
there it is.
On a red with just no draw.
It was card number 18.
If I'd kept Krav, you'd have had draw.
Yeah, I saw that as a way out.
That is one of the ways. Like the thing is, because I didn't really draw any like kill spells or anything, so I had to get rid of it there and then. Otherwise, he was just going to stay for the entire game.
Yeah. I'm just glad I managed to get that pet off. I'm convinced that pair are really powerful.
They are super strong.
I may
and in the Taxes colours as well. Yeah, like because that's the thing. You play the Zulaport Cutthroat, you play all those sorts of effects, and yeah, you just win because Death and Taxes are strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are quite high mana for both. Well, both of them are quite high mana, but you sort of play them when you need them, I guess.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. Before you get to them, you go like Ghostly Prison, Norn's Annex, Sphere of Safety, and then no one can touch you.
Exactly. they have the opportunity that you can get set up before people can start hitting you.
Yeah.
And the fact that his ability doesn't have speed on it means that you can just do it in every end step. Just if you've got the mana, black mana, sack one creature, I gained a life, therefore I make 2 more. And it's just exponential soldiers. But then part of me is wondering whether to make it Abzan and add green in there for things like Wilderness Reclamation, just to make it the pinnacle of dirtiness.
I don't think it's necessary, because if you're going Abzan, you can't play them as the commanders.
True.
And just having them always access to is...
Oh,
you don't need to play green in anything.
I think you'll find I do!
I was definitely missing blue card draw this game.
Yeah. Like, I was a little worried about Kaya at the start, because I needed cards in my hand.
Yeah, she did a lot of work on you.
Yeah.
At the very start, I was struggling. But I think it was when I hit the Disciple of Bolas and drew the 6 cards, then I wasn't worried anymore, because I could basically keep on top of it. Yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm also looking forward to next week. For everyone who's lasted this long into the video, we are playing with some M21 commanders next week, with a splash of Jumpstart to spice things up. And we're going to be playing Plane Chase, because madness. And yeah, it's less 1 against 1. It's just a bit of all v all. And we've all got 3 opponents again, and
it's more normal, but with more chaos.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that's going to be really fun. I think that's about time for us to finish, I think. Have you guys got anything else you want to say before
No, just
sign out?
Oh, seems good.
thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.